Hey! Were you here for the last video? It was FUN fun. And we're going to do that again today because we want to have fun. And a good way to have fun is, let's see who's here. Oh, Andrea's here. Yay, she's the first one. One of the best ways to have fun with your jewelry making is not necessarily that you learn advanced techniques, although you will want to learn some that suit you. Not all. I don't know everything, but I know the ones that suit me. But a lot of times in the wintertime it's cold out, it's yucky out. Here in Ohio it is cold and yucky. Tomorrow is supposed to be a sloppy mess. Did you hear that?
I did not.
Yeah.
I know it's supposed to get in the negatives this upcoming week.
Next week it's going to be super cold, deep freeze. But, yeah, I kind of like to just do something kind of easy, but it's kind of like a prep type thing, like for when I want to do this or when I want to do that. So, like, you could make, like, little dangles for, like, for example, I'm gonna hold this up. Yeah, you can see. This is just the chain that I made the necklace from last week, and I've made it into a bracelet. So now I'm gonna put some little charmies on there, beady charmies. And it's not gonna be no big thing, but I could make a bowl full of stuff like that. And then one day, when I feel really ambitious, I could make a bunch of charm bracelets. Woohoo, fun, right? Same thing with earrings or earring drops. If you like to make stretchy bracelets, which we have a lot of videos on stretchy bracelets, then go for it, Memory wire bracelets, too. It's really good stuff, excuse me, to do like a fidget bracelet, which we have videos on that and memory wire bracelets. So, that's fun stuff, and it's almost instant grat. It just doesn't take a lot out of you. You don't have to think too hard. You watch TV, find a good movie, watch it, and be making stuff. So, that's what I do. So, anywho, you might say, Brenda, are you aware that you're only wearing one earring? And I would say to that, yes. Because you know why? Now I feel like a cough coming on. Because we're going to make the other one together. Woo! So I'm going to show you how I do that. And I use my new Girls Just Want to Have Fun mix, which is dwindling somewhat, but I can make others that are like really super similar. So don't worry about it. A lot of these same beads are going to be in another one. We also have a lot of the acrylic beads, especially the matte frosted ones, separately to where you can buy, pick and choose whatever you want.
And then make your own little mix.
Yeah, and do your own thing. So, and they're not expensive at all. So, yeah. And by the way, I will just mention that today, which is January what? 17th. Time flies. We still have 25 for you, is it? For all. 25 for all is a discount. You'll see it in the pink bar sliding on the front of my website. 25 for all. And the for all is like one word and it's all caps. So if you do that, and 25% off anything you want on the website is like a big why not. Buy yourself a little something fun. Get sometimes a little something new. Get your brain going. Are you showing them?
Yeah, I'm going to show them. It's like
it's kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of blurry. Oh, there we go. Okay.
You can see.
And what's the other one? There we go.
Yeah.
25, the number 25 off all caps.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then we have one if you want to make
100.
a cart for $100 or more.
There it is right there.
Then we'll give you 40% off all of that loot.
And there's the coupon.
And you would get free shipping.
On 50 and up.
Free
Here
US.
it shows right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to that one.
So, that's like, what? So you get $100 worth of stuff jammed in your cart and you're going to get it for $60. and you're not going to pay shipping on it.
Yeah.
So it's like, now is a
The best.
great week to come and have a little fun at bisouboutiques.com. Now, if you don't like shopping at bisouboutiques.com, what can I tell you? You're going to miss out on a whole bunch of stuff because there's like way more stuff at that website than there is at Etsy. However, a lot of people prefer to shop in our Etsy, and here's why. It's because we have a lot of one-of-a-kind lots there. A lot of it's what I call private stash, so it's like it was mine. So people like see, well, what did she save back for herself? That's going to be the good stuff. And guess what? It usually is. And that's the only place I put is at Etsy. And for example, people like Rose Ox stampings. They are at Etsy only. No other place we buy them.
A lot of finished jewelry pieces too that
Yeah.
you've made.
There's a lot of finished jewelry right now, and there's some vintage as well.
There's still some boards left from
There's
1928, I think.
There's just a lot of big bead lots left too. I mean,
Very unique things.
yeah, and some I went in and marked down this week as well. And so you get 10% off at Etsy. Don't need a code, you just get it. And there's no minimum on that either.
I was just gonna ask, is there?
And then at 35 at Etsy, because I always say this, but it's the truth. I would not have it that low because as a vendor who who sells little parts and bits and pieces, I can't hardly afford it. But Etsy won't show me, they won't boost me in the searches if I don't do it. So talk about being held for ransom or whatever. But so I do it. So you guys get, so woohoo for you guys. You get free shipping at
35.
35 over there. So you can go see what's there. I know she had well over 100 lots, and just a few weeks ago we just had about somewhat over 500. But she's been going through all the drawers and finding stuff that deactivated on its
Somehow.
own, or
And it's not showing like up at
it's
all
not
anymore.
showing up at all. And 2 days she put almost 80 lots up that she found.
And it's good stuff.
And it's stuff, yeah, it is. And then, yeah, there was other stuff that I gave her to do. Like, yesterday I gave her a bunch of cherries. You know, those little Lucite cherries, everybody loves them. I had them once, but they sold right out. Well, there are more. They're not.
Back.
They're back. You get them in package 18 for not a lot of money. So anyway, that's what's there. So before I get started showing you how to make this other earring, I'm going to take this one out.
You only have one in.
Yeah, so I wouldn't lose it. I made these ear wires, and I'm going to show you how to do that too.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so you were
Because
wearing
a lot of
the
times you
airway.
get in a pinch. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of dirt on here. I thought
Oh,
I
we
better
can't
not
see
clean
it. We can still see you. Go back to the left. There you go. Yeah. Sometimes it blurs. I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, well, maybe don't move it around much because we know that causes it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to make some little stuff out. This is one bag of that bead mix, one.
Fills up an
It's a
entire
decent
bowl.
sized cereal bowl
Mhm.
full. It's 4 ounces, but the little parts and being they don't weigh nothing. So
Just don't add milk.
No, don't add milk. But this is better part. I did take a few out of this to make this bracelet I have on. I don't know if you can see there.
Yep.
There it is. But not much. So it's even a little bit more than that is in there. So, and we still have like 10 bags left. It's a deal, guys. And you get 25% off, even if you just bought one. So it's like, why not? But I don't have it at Etsy. I only have it at the website. The best deals are always at the website. Best deals, the best, everything's always at the website. But we don't have those private stash box slots, and I think that really draws a lot of people. So we decided that we would go through our stuff and we would, intensify our Etsy shop and really grow. We want to get up to like 1,500 maybe. That's what we used to have in our old eBay store, and we used to do well there. So before I get into this, I'm going to just take a quick look and see who showed up today. Carol Harry, Debbie Nicholas, Gloria Allen, Pat Pardon, yay! Lisa Marie Beans. Darcy's here. Ronnie Dua, thank you for coming. And Rose Castle so far. And there will be more. So everybody's seeming to say like they like the curls. Well, let me tell you something. It took me a while to get onto this. My hair.
Oh, Deborah just joined you.
Oh, great. My hair usually doesn't curl. It just goes flat. But I thought, well, I'll try those rag rollers in it. So I did. You can sleep on them. They're very, very soft. Just put them in when
Are those the ones you were talking about a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Well, and when your hair's just tiny, tiny, tiny little bit damp, not much, just a little bit. Put them in. Sleep in them overnight. Leave them in for about 10 hours. And then take them out, and you're going to have explosion. So then you got to wait for it to calm down.
Like Evie May?
Calm down a little bit, yes, because it's, a bit much. But this is about, don't fall. I'll look here, but then I can't see there. This is about, I think, the right balance for me, so I'm liking it.
How do you sleep on those things?
You don't know they're there. They're so soft. They're like all cushy.
Okay.
And I put a hairnet over them like an old woman so they won't fall out, keeps them together. But that's what I do, and it's easy. I mean, I don't even look in a mirror, just do it, So, but I had to figure out a few little things about it first. But yeah, that's why I got here. But I'm liking it, and a lot of people have said they like it too, so I guess it's not just me, because I worry about that. When I think something looks good, and I'm the only one, I think it probably don't look good because nobody's saying anything.
No, I saw it on Sunday. I forgot to text you, and I was like,
everybody's saying, oh yeah, keep doing that. So, okay, I think I will. So, she loves my outfit too. Well, I just got my same old yucky jeans on. But I got a new shirt, yay, $4. That's my kind of shirt. And it has a
peplum.
So it looks like I got a waist. Anyway, so, okay. Don't forget, before I do this, and then we're not going to talk about any more of this stuff. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. It is so important to us. We need your help doing that. Now, I'm not talking about commenting while we have the live feed here, which I do appreciate that because it gives us something to bounce from, have conversation. But I need you to comment under the video description, please.
Once it's posted.
Once it's posted and processed. And I know that's inconvenient because you have to wait and you got other stuff to do and you don't want to sit there and wait for that. But maybe what you could do, if you have other things online to do, is bring them up in a new window, and leave that there and let it process, and you just come back to it and just put hi or whatever you want.
Yeah, even just like a thumbs up, something.
We have been getting a lot more comments, and I'm appreciative. Thank you to everybody who's making an effort to do that. But I need you to continue to do that. And everybody that watches this video, I know not everybody's going to want to do it, or maybe they don't even like the video, in which case I understand them, but I need those comments because YouTube sees those and they gauge how popular you are, how much people might want to see you by that. So
it helps our ratings.
Yeah, it helps our ratings, so more people will see us, and we need more people to see us right now. I mean, you could help, not to get all maudlin about it, but you could help us save our little business because it's come to that. If you would comment. That's all you have to do. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to place an order. Nothing. Just make a comment. If you can't place orders, some people have commented to me, I feel bad I can't place orders anymore. I understand. You don't have to explain. I'm not thinking of anybody in particular, but you could, if you want to help me, you could leave comments and likes. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to, because it's good content. Okay. I have to shut up because
also,
it's enough. When
you hit the little bell, most of you know this, but for those of you that don't, that have a hard time catching us live, if you hit the little bell, it will remind you and tell you and go off, and you'll know anytime that we are live.
It will come down in the lower right-hand part of your screen will just automatically come up. Okay, so I'm not that hard, Gloria. They're not. I'm getting used to it. You know, it's like when I was a little girl, my mom had to put my hair up in rollers all the time. Then I did. You know, I just get used to it. So. Anyway, okay, let's make some jewelry. So let's see, what did I put in this? Well, first thing, it's like about 1.75 inches long drop. And I don't have it segmented, or I think they call it articulated. So that, you know, it has a lot of movement in it. I actually have a pair that do. I'm coming right back. Lauren, do a tap dancer. So.
Oh, goodness. No, they don't want to see that.
I meant to bring these out.
I'll show this up close again. But this is your full bowl of Girls Just Want to Have Fun mix. Fills up your whole cereal bowl. And here is the earring up close. Hopefully you guys can see that okay.
That's a breakfast of champions.
A bowl of Fruit Loops.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan.
That's the colors that it reminds me
Anyway,
of.
these
Fruit
are
Loops.
the ones I made over the weekend.
Oh, I think you put a picture.
Yeah, I put a picture on the creative group.
Oh, yeah, those ones have movement.
They're got 3 segments, so they move.
Okay.
But they are also extremely long. And this one lost its earring top, so it's in there somewhere. But anyway, there's that. And then I made these big, long red and pink ones.
Those are cute.
I might just put them on. What the hey?
We'll go with your necklace.
Yeah. I just put 'em on. Now, these are commercially made ear wires. And it's nice to get those because ours don't cost a whole lot. And, you know, it's just, they're just as good quality-wise, but it's nice if you have time to make your own sometimes. Okay, ear. Sometimes this ear doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. All right. Yeah, this one doesn't have ear wires on it yet either.
Okay.
I made this one a little bit smaller as it went down. But this is the one we're going to make, okay, guys? And then I'm going to show you how to make the ear wires. And maybe you already know how to do it, but if you don't, your life's going to change. It's so easy. You make them out of ball and head pins. So simple. They'll look a lot.
Oh, wait, you made your own ear wire.
Yes, I made that.
Oh! Aren't you nifty?
I am. I just took a ball and ear wire and I got it to work. And I can buy earrings like that too.
Yeah.
And I have.
I thought it was the ones that we
And
had.
I have. But, you know, they are like way expensive. It would be much cheaper for you to buy a package of ball and head pins and make your own. And you might find an even better way of doing it that you like more. But let's make this here. Okay. One thing I also discovered about doing this is a lot of times your ball and head pins and the other kind, and eye pins, they'll come in kind of crooked. Like this. They're like
With
not,
a slight curve.
They're not like bent in half or anything, although you get something like that, but it's just not bad. But that has to be straightened because till you put the beads on it, it's going to go all wonky and you'll be trying to bend it this way, bend it that way. And eventually it will get it, but it's just a pain in that. So why not straighten it first? So this is
It only takes a second.
this is the way I do it. Okay? I just take my flat end, flat nose. These are my Wolfies. And I just take it. There's a thing called a wire straightener too that you could just go across. And I haven't had them for a while, but it didn't seem like they were too popular. But you can just do it with the tool you already have.
I just use my finger.
Sometimes, but these are a little bit,
Are they
a
stiffer?
little tough, yeah.
What gauge are these? Like 21?
21. Yeah, they're not soft brass. And honestly, that's good. Because making something like this, you don't want soft.
Well, especially if you're making the ear wires out of them, too.
Yeah, like
probably.
dead soft. You don't want that. Not for this. Okay, let's see how much we got. See, I just have a little bit to go yet.
Hi
It's
guys.
still a little bit curved, but it's not bad.
Chris has joined us. Chris Kemp.
Oh, awesome. Hi,
Ennis,
Chris.
am I saying that correctly? Let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right. It's nice to have
Ennis,
you.
yes.
Ennis.
Thank
Pat.
you for coming.
She said she finally made it to a live. Pat
I'm
Counts.
so glad.
Deborah loves the bowl of beads. She said
Sure.
yes, Fruit Loops. She agrees with me.
This is a great bead mix. I mean, look at this cute little bracelet I made. It's just so much fun.
Hey, Dara. Hi,
Hey,
Claire.
Dara and Claire, thank you for coming. Okay, so I've got it pretty straightened out. Good enough. You can do little tweaks after if you want. So now we got to pull out the beads. So now I have to search. I had them
She has
out,
to go through her cereal.
and like a dumbhead, I threw. I had to hurry up because I was sitting on my bed back there watching Who Else But Cyndi Lauper. And I just took, I gotta get out. And I just threw them in here. And so now they're all mixed up again. So we had one like this.
Okay, good. I'm glad I pronounced that correctly. It's nice to have you with us.
I think this is the next one. Then we have, I'm just gonna dump them out. You guys will get a better
Like when you
sense
dump
of
out the cereal box looking for the prize.
Oops, get back here. You can't go nowhere. Anywhere. I talk so.
Oh, I think it was this one.
We had a number of them.
Oh,
no,
is that
yeah.
it? Is it?
So anyway, I mean, look at that. And like I said, this is the bag I took for
let's do
myself.
it.
So I used stuff out of it already. And I still have all this.
Goodness.
Good night.
Yeah, that felt like the whole bowl.
Yeah. So, okay. So now I need these ones in the middle. So I need
Was this all from that bag?
everything
Two?
in here was from one bag. Yeah.
But I mean, like the
Yes.
earrings that you put. So
Yes.
she already made 3 pairs of earrings, 3.5, and she still has all of this left.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys, it's like a big.
And the bracelet.
It's a big why not? I mean, really.
That's a lot of things.
Unless you don't like this stuff, then I know. Some people don't like plastic. Okay, that's good.
It's very lightweight though.
Me, I like plastic. And depending on what you do with it, you can make it really quite elegant. Remember, some of the finest, most popular costume jewelry designers from the 50s and 60s and early 70s used plastic. Can anybody name any? I can. I can name a whole raft of them. Kenneth J. Lane is a big one, comes to mind. Hattie Carnegie did. Coro and Lisner. Sometimes Jafari. And LaRue. There were a lot of them. Way more than that. More than I even mentioned. They used the plastic. And why is because it reduced weight. And it just made it easier. Okay, we need this. And it made it so they didn't have to charge as much. Because, people have a limit to what they can spend. Okay, I lied about one thing. I lied. She lied. Okay, this,
The little
I think I
rose
used
bead.
this one. I need a little rose bead. Yeah, these aren't in there. So I lied about
No,
that.
these aren't in there.
But everything else is in there.
I think we need this one. I think.
No, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the orangey
That's
colored
this one.
one.
This one's too pale.
Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, let's make this thing.
Okay.
This is super simple. Guys aren't going to believe it. Okay, so first I got
Oh,
to
and there's the
put the one on the bottom, which is it's this one.
with the orange on the
Yeah,
bottom.
put the orange on the bottom. They never make these two of these the same, which is hateful of them.
I know you have to dig through to find the right one.
Yeah, you got to
If you want them to be matchy,
Yeah.
which
Now,
I am a matchy.
I was thinking
girl.
when I was going around wearing one earring, I was thinking it would be cool to do is like make one like really short.
Asymmetrical.
Yeah, and then put a little dangle from it, and then I could be really weird. But I like that.
This is a good mix for asymmetrical. Now it's the orange.
I was watching,
Is this?
no,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Cindy Lauper in 1984 on David Letterman. And he says, don't you think like you look a little different than other people? And, you know, people will look at you and how's that feel? She said, I don't think I look different. There's nothing wrong with it. He said, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, don't you think? You look different, she said. But you look very nice. It's funny. And she's saying it in that Queen's accent real strong. So then he says to her, so, he's so brash. He says, do you really talk like that, or is it like a put on? She goes, yeah, I mostly talk like this. Yeah, I do. This is me. It's like, wow.
Those earrings look really good with that.
See, there you go. I put them together.
I really like the ones that you're wearing. I think they're my favorite, and they go with that necklace really well.
I'm gonna put a bunch of dangles off this too sometime. One of these days, I'll look back.
Oh, I like those little red ones you have on your bracelet.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of them. I gotta get some more. They were kind of.
These ones with the little leaf.
Oh yeah, those
Those are
cost
cute.
more, but I can get them.
Those are
But
cute.
the bad thing about it is you get a big mixed package of them, so you have to go through and sort through and pull all the red ones out, you know.
I like them.
Which, So what?
Are
do
they
we-
in the
I'm
cherry
trying to read
kit?
This here. No, they're not because they are more expensive and I couldn't afford to put them in there. But believe me, there's enough stuff in here. If you can't make something from this, I don't know what to tell you. You ain't trying. That's what I gotta say. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so I got myself a little jump ring and I forgot to bring my jumping tool out, so I'm going to have to work with 2 pliers. Okay, let's see if I can do this and my hands don't shake too bad. I didn't drink too much coffee this morning. If you ever can't hear me, please say something, people. 'Cause
Hi, Marsha.
I started out this morning very good, very nice and loud. I had a lot of voice, and I just, I lose it through the day. The more I talk and make noise. And I don't know why. I had all kinds of tests done to see if there's something wrong. There isn't. So, that's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Some things never change. That's just the way it is.
Marsha loves the curls too.
Well, thank you. Oh, Marsha, thank you. Some things can never change. That's just the way it is. Baby, believe it. Who sang that song? Was it Bruce Hornsby? You gotta be a child of the 80s to know that. Beans wouldn't know. She's nuts for 80s music. I like some. I was living then. I bought lots of albums. If you only knew. I gave them to my son. He took them someplace and sold them for nothing. And I wish I had grabbed a few more out, like my Cyndi Lauper albums.
If it's not 80s with Beans, it's Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, well.
She's obsessed with Kelly Clarkson.
I think Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, Kelly Clarkson's
I think
amazing.
Kelly Clarkson is probably the best singer out there right now.
She's
I
amazing.
really do. She could sing absolutely anything. And she makes it look easy. It's not, believe me. I tried.
I got to see her in concert.
Huh?
I got to see her.
Did you really? Beans went a bunch of times.
Right after, basically, I think.
When she
After she won, it was like her first album. When her first album was, it was amazing. I think that's the one that we went to. Did we go to Columbus for that? I can't remember.
I
But
went
it
to
was-
the Idol
Oh, I've been to a bunch of those too.
at the end of
The American Idol tours.
And they
Yeah.
did a tour.
I went to like 3 or 4 of those.
I went the year they had Adam Lambert. And the rest of this people's like, why don't you just give up and go home? You should have won.
Did I go
I'm
to
sorry.
That one? I may have went to that one.
You should
I can't
have
remember.
won.
I may have gone to that one. I don't remember. But yeah, when I went to see Kelly Clarkson, it was Kelly Clarkson and Clay Aiken together in concert.
Oh.
And they even did a couple duets together.
They weren't the same year either.
Mm-mm. Nope.
He was in year 2. I wonder whatever happened to him. Some of them really made it good, like Carrie Underwood. She did really well. And some of we just never heard from them again.
Oh, that's okay, June. You can always rewatch later. Thanks
Oh,
for joining
yeah,
us while
this
you
will
could.
be here later. I'm just kind of fiddling around because I just didn't quite leave enough here, wiggle room.
Oh, I didn't know her son sang.
Oh,
Kelly Clarkson's, I guess. She said her little boy sang on her show.
oh, well, yeah, she had her kids on singing a number of times.
And Pat counts as yes, Bruce
Hornsby.
Hornsby.
And Pat would know because she's a music teacher, so they're
Ah.
very good piano teacher. Me, as far as piano playing goes, I just gotta fake it. That's why I have fun. I've gotten to the place where my keyboard feels like a piano now, which it didn't for a long time, but does now. And I don't have to think too much about building chords. It's coming back to me. So I can figure a song out. I heard a song by Jennifer Warnes. Does anybody remember her? That's another 80s. She won 3 Academy Awards for the song for the movie. She won for Working Girl, remember that with Melanie Griffith? She won for Officer and a Gentleman, and then the theme song for Norma Ray. She won all those. And then her record company canceled her contract. Duh. Anyway, I think she's fantastic. So anyway, there was a song she had that I had forgotten about. It's called I'm Restless. I'd totally forgotten about it. I used to listen to her music all the time. So I went and tried to look it up. Nope, it wasn't on the internet. They didn't have any, fake sheet or anything like that. I was like, oh, well, Brenda, here you go. You got to do your own. So I had to go through and listen to the whole thing and write all the words down. And I had to go back and put it in key and chord it. I did. I got it just fine. Now, I'm listening to her play it, and I'm trying to play it like her. It's coming. I just do it for fun. I don't do it that often. I just do it for fun. What I do a lot of is when I hear somebody sings and hits a really high note, I run in there and I go, okay, this is a G or an A. I just know it. I can feel it. And I'm usually right.
Be careful, Deborah. Stay warm.
So, anyway.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, Deborah has to come back
She has to
later.
go shovel snow.
So, yeah, you probably got a lot of snow out there, I imagine. Anyway, so here's my other pair of earrings. It's going to be right here. So now, all I have to do is put my ear wire on. Then after that, I'm going to put this back in the bowl. And I'm going to show you how I make ear wires at home. And I think these are pretty nice. And they're easy. It's just, like, if you don't do it all the time, which I don't, if you're like me, you kind of forget little things, And it just, they're slow, when you go back to it. But if you hang in there, you'll get good at it, and it will be fine. And then you can save a lot of money on buying handmade ear wires, because you can make your own. And that's like that old thing they tell you. You can give a guy a fish and he'll eat for that day. You can tell him how to catch him and he'll eat for the rest of his life. So there you go. I could give you the ear wires and you have ear wires for one pair of earrings. Or I can teach you how to do it. You'll have ear wires the rest of your life. How about that? Okay, here they are. Baby's made.
Ta-da.
So now I'll put those in my ears.
Good, then I can steal those ones.
Okay, one doesn't have a... This one's my favorite pair. This one I like.
That's okay, because mine's the red.
But oops, I'll go over there. I guess I'm sneaking. But one, I lost the ear wire to it. So that looks so hot. Maybe what you could do is you take a picture, just take and thread this one through that one, and nobody quite knows. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, and Lauren will get a good clear picture because the picture I took was like sucky. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. I'm going to put them back in, then we're going to make the ear wires. And for those who say, I wish you wouldn't chat so much. I'm sorry. This is my way. It's the only way I can do it, but I do think that the content's worth it. And you're not paying for it. Good grief. Good thing you're not paying for it. If you're paying for it by the hour, then you get some money into it, but you're not paying nothing.
Let you guys see the Mexican. So she made these.
I'm trying to get these back in. Yeah, there we go.
These, the ones we made today, plus her little bracelet, and she still has an entire full
A huge
bowl
cereal bowl. Fiesta Ware cereal
of
bowl.
stuff left. So she made 4 pairs of earrings plus a bracelet, and still has more stuff to work with.
A Fiesta Ware bowl, if you're familiar with the size of that. I got service for 12. When they first came back with the green, this is not one of the original greens. But this one's worth money now because it came out with it like 25 years ago, so now it is a little. I lost half my bowls because I use them for this. So probably downstairs they're littered everywhere. Here, Lauren, you keep picking those. I gotta get a bottle of water because I'm gonna perish here.
When I was little and I wanted a drink, I would say that my breath was out. That's how it feels. When you get that dry feeling in the back of your
breath is out.
My breath is out. I need a brink. My breath is out.
I've lost mine.
I'd call it a brink with a B, but I said, I need a brink. My breath is out. But it's that feeling that you get right when you're like, in the back of your... So my breath is out.
Oh, I still
Made
have some
sense to me.
lipstick on. It's hard to keep lipstick on me. Anybody else have that problem? Even that stuff they say lasts for like 12 hours, forget that. They lie. But I still gotta try it. Because, there's one born every minute.
Pat says that she loves when you chat, and so does Claire. She says, it makes me feel like we're sitting in the living room chatting and having fun.
And Claire knows what it's like to be with me because she has been. And
she's used to chatty.
Yeah,
she's a teacher.
So it's like, yeah, sure.
Chatty kids, I'm sure.
So, it's just normal for me. But if, a lot of teachers, they just come on and you never get to know them. But they are fine teachers. Mm-hmm. You can really learn something quickly. I'm sorry, that's not my way of doing things, and it isn't because it's not a good way. It's just I'm me and I can't be anybody else. So if you don't like it, you know what to do. And I hope you won't, but you know what to do. Okay, so I got to take 2 of these here headbands. I have a whole huge bag of these, and I have not gotten them on the website yet because it takes time to get these done. But I'll work on that on the weekend. I also got to work on my class. Finally, all the parts came in. You should see all the charge I have. Ridiculous. And I'm not going to go ahead and get this done. We're going to have to sell it because, hey, I don't want to do that. Oh, by the way, I still have 4 cherries kits left if anybody's interested.
You need a private message, Brenda, about those.
Yeah.
Because they're not on the site. They're not listed.
You can call me at 1-800-868-43932. I'd love to talk to you. That's my business line, so I'm not giving away sensitive information. They tell you, you should never put anything like that out on the web, and I understand that, but you're in business, you got to tell your business phone. And it's an 800 number, so if you still have a plan for your cell phone where you still have to pay for long distance, well then, call that because you won't have to. I get to pay it.
Or if you're on Facebook, you can just
or you can message me, Brenda Sulanza,
Yep.
yeah. You can message me there. That's what most people do is message me on Facebook. But not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody wants to be. So this is going pretty quick, you guys can see. It's just, just have to do it like incrementally.
Pat says, you do you.
Huh?
You do you.
Hey, That's the only thing I can do. I'm too old to be anybody else now. At 69 years of age, I'm pretty much who I'm going to be. Not saying I can't improve my personality from time to time, because all of us can and all of us need to. No matter how good you are, all of us have
But
things.
your main personality.
My main personality is here. And that's like bad English and all. I don't have a problem saying ain't.
I say ain't all the time. That's a word in my vocabulary.
That ain't right. That ain't right. I say get instead of get. Okay, so those are fairly straight. And we want to start out fairly straight. Now, I meant to bring my tape out here and I didn't. So we'll try to do this without tape. It's easier if you tape them part way down. I'll show you. You want these, when you do this, I hope you can see.
Mm-hmm.
You want these two little ball things to be like as exactly next to each other as you can. And that's not real easy if you want to keep them close together, because they have
slide.
dimension and they want to slide. But here, I go up. I don't start at the very end. I go up just a little bit.
Let me see where you're at. Try to bring
This is going to look
so you
really
guys can
clumsy.
see.
This is where, see, I should have taped it.
Do you want me to get some tape?
Yeah, if you can.
Give me a second, guys.
I should tape it here. I can start it with my fingernail there, so I make sure that they're next to each other. Okay, because I do two at a time. I don't do one at a time. This way your pairs will match and you won't have to fuss with them. Okay, so I'm bending it, and that's going to be the arc of the earring. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go back and tape it now. I've done the damage.
I don't know if this is too wide.
I wish it was not as wide, but that's okay. I can work with it. It's all right. Put it right here.
Right there?
For now.
Okay.
It won't be there long, but for a little bit. So now I want to turn this over like a crook. I have to pull them out because they're going to be uneven. I can see that already. You do still have to fuss with these, but if you get really good at it, you'll have less and less fussing to do all the time. And that's the truth of it. I just keep bending it. Now I can take a pen like this big, like a Bic. I can take a pen and stick that in there and bend them around that. And you might get a little bit better arc, or the start of a better arc. See?
Okay, Rose, thanks.
Thank you for coming, honey.
She says she's going to comment later. She
Okay,
has to
that
go.
would be really nice if you can remember, honey. I appreciate it. Okay. I know there's a lot of things to do in this life, and we forget sometimes. You can comment anytime.
Mhm.
Don't matter. You can comment on my old videos.
She goes back and answers.
Yeah, I have some now today. I notice I've got an answer and I haven't yet, but I will later. Okay, so these are fairly even for now. You want to get them even because, you'll throw it off and they won't be the same length, and your earrings will be, crookedy. All right, so I've bent the ends up just a little bit. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my round end pliers and I'm going to take this and I'm just going to bend it up like that. But this is why I started up here, so I'd have something to work with. Started to make my arc up here. Okay. Okay. So now what we have to do is we have to go back and change it, make sure that the dimensions as similar as it can be, because like I said, if they're off, your earrings are going to, just a little bit can make all the difference. Okay, so I want to put them up next to each other and see. They look pretty good. but the arc is off now. But yeah, the ends are the same. So that's progress. Okay, so now I just got to get this bend here the same. So to do that, I'm going to pull this one down so they're both the same place, in the same place. I just bend. Now, if you want to see this done, like in a tutorial, like 1, 2, 3, on my website where the tutorials are, I do have a written tutorial with pictures that my friend Francesca made a long time ago, and she's really good with metal. So you might want to have a look at that. Okay, the arc is similar, so we're pretty good. Okay, so now all you want to do is just adjust this a little bit. You know, play around.
Make sure
with,
it's straight. Center.
Yeah, play around with it a little bit. But I think it's pretty decent, and I can play around with that part a little bit later. So now I'm going to bring it and bend it forward. Okay, see?
Now, can you make these, like, can you bend this in? Because you know how we have, like, those extra long, like...
And they're bent at the end?
Yeah.
These are like that. Yeah, sure can.
So then you wouldn't cut these anymore. You would just kind of give it that
no,
little...
I would cut them a little bit. This is a little bit too long, I think.
Even when you have the little slight on the end
I think,
for the long
I think
one?
you have to decide.
Okay.
That's a personal decision, I think.
How long you actually
Yeah.
want them for
So
yourself.
let's see, do I have these about, right? They can be a little bit different size for the arc, but they got to come about the same, length. Yeah, see, at the ends, the tips, pretty much same length. You want to go for that, okay? So these are coming right along. Oh, for some reason my nose is sniffly. Probably because I put makeup on today. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these off so you can see again. Here's the finish. See? See, I did. I bent it back.
I'm going to put them this way.
And then you might want to get some of those little earring stoppers, which we do have them. They should be on the side. I have like half a bazillion of them. Maybe they ain't showing anymore either. Huh? But I'm going to just bend this a little bit more. And then I'm going to come down about halfway from here. And I'm going to bend
Start to bend it?
a little bit. So I want to get about the same place on this one. So that'd be about here. I think this is too long. Not too bad. Probably should make it a little bit higher. No, that's not. See, this is where you get screwed up. Alright, so sometimes these head pins are all in the same bag. They're supposed to be all the same length, but they're not. So it might be helpful for you to take and measure them first and then clip them if they're not the same, because this is definitely not the same. Okay, let's see, is that about right? That's still long. I'm going to raise this one a little bit. This is something, you're going to have to play with it.
Just tweak it.
It needs tweaked. Okay, so we're almost done, believe it or not, guys. So we're almost done. I just got to check something before I cut it off, because I'm not going to leave that big tail hanging out. It'll get all tangled up in your hair and everything. That's no good. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. So I'm going to take them, cut them off the same length there. But like one's a little bit longer than the other, so I'm just going to trim that up. And as far as making sure they're exactly like the same length and everything like that, because this one does seem a little longer, I can adjust the arc on it and then cut it off at the end, and then it'll be fine.
Hi, Maud.
And And the arc, of course, being, where it bends over. So I'm going to take this in here. These pens come out really handy for doing this. I'm going to tell you. Yeah, see, that about did it. That about done it. So, you can take your little ruler out and you can measure it. Now, when you feel over the end of it, it's going to feel rough because it's wire and you cut it and you haven't sealed it off. So, what you're going to do, there are several things you can do. I used to carry a tool. It's called Rounder Upper or something, something real clever like that. And you would just rub it around the end of it and would just smooth it right out. But all you need is a little piece of very fine steel wool and just take it and rub it around that sharp end. Just same way as you soften up the edges on a brass stamping that seems a little bit scratchy. Just do that and that'll be just fine as it can be. And then you could get some of those ear stoppers,
What about
and there you go.
sunshine cloth?
Well, if you do that on this, you're going to remove some of the antique. Now, maybe you want to, because it does seem a little bit messy to me. But that's what happened. But
So it would make it.
But sunshine cloth is not going to make it softer. It's for polishing.
It's just for polishing it, making it shinier.
Sorry, it
Okay.
won't help with that. Yeah, these are just.
But if you want it shinier.
Yeah, I'm going to have to monkey with this one a little bit, but it's like I say, in time, you'll get your measurements down, you'll get it just perfect, and it won't be no big thing. Won't be no big thing. So good enough for now, and then I'll tweak it and get it all nice. Probably, I don't want it that far away. I probably want it closer. So I just, pull it closer. Get a little closer now. Okay. All right. That's pretty decent. A little bit too long, but I can fix that. So anyway, now do you understand that? It isn't hard. It's just fussy. It's just fussy is all. So anyway, that's how you do it, guys. That's how you make earwax. I really should. Lauren, here's a thought. I don't know if it'll work. If you could step out screenshots of this and make a short out of it to show how to make them. I don't know if that'll work, but
I can try.
I know the best way to do it would be doing it like live and moving, but I'm clumsy, so it'd take 5 minutes and it won't go up as a short. It'd be too long. So anyway, but that's how you do it. This is how you do it.
I mean, I was going to probably use today's video as, to emphasize.
Yeah, whatever.
Re-emphasize. So, yeah, I mean, I can.
Whatever you like. I hope you've had a good time. It's almost been an hour. Mm-hmm. And I'm losing my voice again. So, no more singing for you today, Brenda. Okay, so I had fun, did you?
Gloria says she uses a pencil to shape hers.
Well, what's the diff? Right? So long as it's something that will give you an equal. So the bit thing works really good because, sometimes...
It's smooth all the way around.
Yeah, it's smooth all the way around. Pencil's not. But hey, it doesn't matter. If a pencil's working good for you, then do that.
Unless you're using like your colored pencil or something. Those are smooth all the way around.
Yeah, those are. And whatever works for you. And I may not have the best way in the world, but I know Francesca did that video from Yellow of Mine. It's been 10 years ago, probably. But it's on the website, and anybody who's wondering about things could print it out, and she is a wonderful metalsmith. So, maybe it'll help you. But anyway, so that's how I do it. So that's what I got to share with you today. So, what are you going to do? You're going to make some of your own ear wires and save some money. I don't have these in stock anyway, this kind. I don't think I'm going to buy it no more.
She's going to force us to make our own.
You know what? I'm going to sit and make them. And you can buy mine. How's that? You should be making your own. All you have to do is buy a package of ball-end head pins in any color of your choice. Doesn't have to be these brass oxwood. Anything. You know, say like you got like a raw brass head pin, ball-end head pin, and you want it to be a certain color, then you can make it whatever color you want, right? Yeah, you can. So, well, thank you, Gloria. I don't know if it's excellent, but it works. And that, for me, that's the main thing. Does it work? Yeah. And I always tell you guys, what do I tell you? Come on, you know. This is how I do it, you do it how you do it. Maybe we meet in the middle. I always say, like, the truth's somewhere in the middle, right? She does this way, she does this way. The best way is somewhere in the middle. And the only way you're going to discover that is just doing it, right? And so what I say is when you figure out the perfect way to do it, please tell us. I appreciate it. If you're ever in the neighborhood, you can come over and do a video with me, too. So, anyway. Well, Darcy, I'm glad you made it today. That's good. Yeah, there are very simple tools. You know, don't need a bunch of fancy tools.
Use a pen not to write, but to make your wire.
See, it even goes with this pink. So, anyway, thanks.
I might even use that.
Thank you, Andrea, for coming. And thanks, Ennis, for showing up today. Thanks.
She says she's not buying them anymore either.
Yeah, don't. You need ball-end head pins, though. You could use eye pins.
Yeah.
That works, too. You know, if you don't have ball-end head pins.
You already have the loop then on the end.
They
You just
have
got to
a
do
loop
the
in,
arch.
so you could just use eye pin. But I think the ball-end gives them a little bit more sophisticated look. That's me.
It helps hold it in place, too.
Yeah.
Like, less chance of it kind of coming out.
Off. Yeah, I like that. So, okay, guys, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much for showing up. Now I'm going to clean this mess up and lay down for a while because I'm exhausted.
She made so many things.
You guys don't know what this takes out of me. You know, I do this for you.
Well, like I said, she already made 4 pairs of earrings, 2 pairs of ear wires or more, and bracelet. And
So it's all good. So you just go do it and then show me. Show me on the Bisa Boutique's Creative Book at Facebook that you made something. Even if it's just ear wires. Say, here, Brenda, I can do it too. You ain't all that. So there you go. You ain't all that. I can do it too. All right. Love you guys.